Every year, sports fans in America wait for the biggest football game of the season, the Super Bowl. This game is always on a Sunday, so we call this day Super Bowl Sunday. Today is Super Bowl Sunday, and I thought it would be a good time to share with you some expressions connected to sports. I find it interesting that there are a lot of expressions in everyday English that come from sports. I'm going to share 3 of them with you today. The first expression is kickoff. Kickoff is the beginning of a game. One player kicks the ball and the playing begins. We often ask, when is kickoff time? That means, when does the game start? In fact, kickoff time is any second now. The players are going to the field, and soon one player will kick that ball and the Super Bowl will begin. But what does kickoff mean in everyday English?
Let's start with this first meaning, kickoff, as a phrasal verb. It means to start something such as a project, or simply to begin. Examples. Our teacher asked us to kick off the new year right by coming back to school well rested after the long holiday. Note that when it takes an object, this phrasal verb can be separated. We can say kick off the new year right, or you can kick the new year off right. Second example. The boss told the workers that the new program would kick off in the fall. So note it can be transitive or intransitive, meaning we can use it with an object or without. Here's a second meaning. Kickoff as an adjective. It means initial, first, or related to the start of some event or period. Example, the company held a kickoff meeting to discuss plans for the new project. In business, kickoff meetings are very common.
This year, the 2 teams playing in the Super Bowl are the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. Well, kickoff was around 6:30, and we're now in the 3rd quarter. The New England Patriots are leading. Now, to win a game like football, which is a team sport, you can't just have one player that's very good. All the players have to work together. So we have the expression team player. I think it's obvious what that means in sports. But how do we use this expression in everyday English?
Team player is a noun. It means someone who works well with others, especially in a business setting, so that the group can be successful. People on job interviews or in their resumes like to mention this as a quality that they have. They can say, I'm a good team player. Example, Dave is a hard worker, but he isn't a team player. He prefers to work alone and focus on his personal career goals.
All right, now it's the 4th quarter and there's less than 2 minutes to go. I'm sure one of the teams is going to call a timeout. I think you know that in sports, a timeout is a short rest for the players. They stop playing and the coaches usually give instructions. But what is a timeout in other settings?
Let's look at this first meaning, timeout, as a noun. It means a short break so that you can calm down, rest, or give thought to something important. This break is often used as a way to correct children's misbehavior. We call it a disciplinary measure. Examples. The mother gave her son a timeout. She made him sit quietly in his room for 5 minutes. Later, she asked him to apologize for screaming angrily at her. Now, I don't know about other cultures, but it's quite common in American families for parents to give children timeouts. I know I do. And a second example? The 2 businessmen were becoming upset because neither one wanted to compromise. They decided they needed a timeout and planned to continue their discussion the following day. Here's a variation of that second example using a phrasal verb. The two businessmen were becoming upset because neither one wanted to compromise. They decided to take time out and planned to continue their discussion the following day. Now let's look at this meaning. Time out, used as an imperative. It's an informal command or request for someone to stop some kind of negative activity. Example: Hey, time out. If you want me to listen, then stop shouting at me. Exercise 1. Choose the correct answer. 1. If a school discusses plans to kick off a computer program, it wants to A. Start a computer program, B. End a computer program, or C. Improve a computer program. Answer: A. 2. Who most likely needs to be a team player? A. A painter, B. A hairstylist, or C. An office worker? Answer: C. 3. Who does not need a timeout? A. An upset parent, B. A sleeping child, C. Politicians arguing for a lengthy period of time. Answer: B. Exercise 2. Choose the correct expression. 1. Read the statement to yourself, and then I'll tell you the answer. Answer: Because group projects are common, this job requires a good team player. 2. Answer: The training program kicks off next week. All employees must participate. 3. Answer: Time out. You two have been arguing for over 10 minutes. Can we change the subject?
Well, it's the end of the game and the end of our lesson. The new Super Bowl champions are the New York Giants. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Thanks for watching.